Back where we left off in DDLC. Bum 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 ba da da ba dum bum 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 bum. Wait. Whoa 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 whoa. Whoa whoa. What did that say? Did I read that right? The first message had something about dismemberment. No, you don't get to do that. Hold on. Secrets somehow appeared when launching DDLC during Act 2. Okay. Let's just get back to the regularly scheduled program, please. Let's start about anyway. Yeah, that's what I want to know. That's what I'm saying. Well, look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Makarov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. This has my name at the top, which means I'm saying it out loud. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Yuri's saying that now. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Game's breaking. It's just that these kinds of stories. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective, when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, my whole body is... I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. At least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. I don't like these. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with others. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel the presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, but a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. This says Yuri. Sorry. Oh, the images aren't actually going away. They're just being piled on top of each other right now. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I didn't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... oh, that's a new thing where we don't actually see the eyes. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Did that say Yuri at the top again? I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under the thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. And continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that face. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you're talking about. Oh, I added a stutter when she didn't even say it. I just know these characters so well by now. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand to her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Or tea, maybe. Maybe she needs tea. I need water. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Asters? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems to each other, Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. Jesus, can I really go for another 30 minutes with this voice? Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in this club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Not bad, right? It's kind of long and yesterday. This was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I have to explain it. Like, anyone would agree that such a poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird home, something that you're afraid if people find out and make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as you're not hurting anyone and makes you happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this very club whom I respectfully won't name. Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort I can't even have people respect me. Geez, now you're making me complain too much. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you. Well, I guess thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so whatever. We're done sharing, so you can leave now. What did I do? Whatever. Not that I don't think it ends up mattering. Seems since what I did last time didn't matter, apparently. Hi again, Asters. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, great job, Asters. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I understand you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. Reality has a lot to do with this game, and Monica, and what is reality, and who is in whose reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. We all just started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. But anyway, want to read my poem? I like the way it turned out, so I hope you do too, Squiggle. Again called Save Me. Oh. The colors they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop, violent grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a heart, on a breathing rib cage, endless something of my delete her. Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. What happens is don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? That's my advice for today. Oh, that was different. Okay. Two things. Two theories. Sayori is trying to speak through Monica, telling me to delete Monica. Or Monica, or like, someone is trapped inside of Monica. Presumably, I guess, in this case, Monica is trapped inside of this Monica. Or the literature club, President Monica. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She knows she's being controlled by the literature club. That's the second theory, is that she knows she's being controlled by the literature club and she wants help. Or there's actual people who are in the game and they're trapped in the game and they want out. Who should I show the poem to next, Yuri? Yuri's supposed to like it. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Asters. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kinds of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Ah, that makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued. Everything that you write is so treasured to me. My heart pounds just holding it. Please stop talking about the heart. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Asters? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now I just want you to read my poem too, okay? Wheel. There's no music. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, a parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, that comes up later, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, expanding a exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bowl thread of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. That's a mouthful, if you ask me. I'm scared to press continue, because I know what this game does with human eyes, so I'm very, very worried to do this, but I'm going to do it. Haha, doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind's been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. Hi. Hi. Oh, is my mouse Sayori? Or is that Mono? No, that's Sayori because it's the blue eye. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over to... Sound. If everyone could come sit in front of the room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of, Squiggle. Do we really have to do something for the festival? This wasn't in the original game. It's not like we put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Yeah, I'm concerned. Okay, I had to just click there. Okay. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much, we're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Aces joined and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can, to inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know the feeling. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Aesters? Oh come on. You can't take advantage of Aesters. Is this to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything? Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Aesters joined. Uh-oh. As for me, I just like it a little better here than I do at home. Aesters isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like it is. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider your opinions for once. He's clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Aesters want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Aesters, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Stares at her desk. What's the point of it all anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? No, now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is that a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Aesters, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. None of this was in the first game, by the way. Oh my god, this is... wow. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have any opinion on the festival? I don't know. Kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious... I mean, I like how nice and quiet this club is right now. I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. That's not true. I would feel very deeply about that. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. What about you, Aesters? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in special ways. With each change in members, I identify of the club as a whole will change too. The identity of the club will change as a whole too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright? Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri, I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Acers? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Acers before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see you two tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Squiggle. Monica waves it as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Acers, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. I really do care about you, you know. I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. Sometimes, you know, sometimes. You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I know, it's so weird. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. Wait, no, not yet. No, stop it. Interesting. Marriage. Whistle. What goes with what? Entropy? Okay, yeah. I shouldn't have clicked that one, now that I think about it. Termination. How could I resist pressing the one that looks the worst? Beauty. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it adds 1 every time. It's a low, like, buzzing. Unrequested dream. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What was that? What was that? It was like, oh. Do I dare leave it? It's only been 31 minutes. Do I dare leave it off here? I'll leave it off here. Oh, it was the autosave, I think. No, it wasn't. I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you guys next. Oh, wait. Yeah, I want to see what pictures I got. Oh. Yeah, I got an unusual poem from Yuri. Oh yeah, I can convince myself to go. Yeah, is this one of the secret ones? This is a secret one. Nice. What about that other secret one? Oh, hello. Act 2, select a corrupt word during the poem game. Oh, is this like the models that was going into Natsuki? That's cool. Also, didn't I get another corrupted poem? One of the 11 special poems, DDLC selects 3 random special poems to appear when it's started. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for the next one. Hope you guys are enjoying. Hope you guys are staying sane and staying emotionally stable. I know I'm having trouble. I miss you, Sayori. I really do. You are definitely, as of right now, in the running for best girl. I'm sorry we had to see you go. Bye-bye.